Hello friends, it's Johnny here and welcome once again to my channel. If you followed my posts for the past weeks, you realize a trend of happiness. It was until recently that I listened to a Calm Masterclass by Sean Akko where he talked more about happiness, and it's kind of conflicted with what I've been discussing because I've been saying that our happiness is not tied to people and things, and he's saying the exact opposite, and he is a scientist. He has researched into happiness for over 10 years. In this week's video, I'm going to bring a relationship between what he said and what I said, because I realized that what he said had a point and what I'm saying also has a point. So let's go in and stay tuned till the end. Alright, so Sean has a masterclass on calm, which I listened to because I've been talking about happiness for the past weeks and I just want to know more about happiness. One thing that wasn't really in line with what I've been sharing is that our happiness is tied to people, and he talked about the fact that we live in a community, or we are more like a society. Then we feel more alive to be among such people, or to be among a group of people, and it's going to really bring happiness. On the other hand, I thought my message was quite different. I had to think so deeply about what he said. I deliberated on what he was saying. I didn't want to just throw my message away because he is a scientist. He has worked on happiness for over 10 years and I am not a scientist. So I realized that what he was saying is right. His point is very true and it's right. And what I said also is right. It's basically based on common sense. I'm really glad that I had to think about this and not just neglect my whole point of view. Alright, so this is how everything came together for me. I referred to my research study, the 3-step research process, which is ideal, actual, and solution. And the ideal actually talks about where we want to get to in a research. The reality or the actual is where we are right now or where the problem is. And the solution is what we are going to do about the problem to bring it much closer to the ideal. So after I posted the video of self-awareness, I thought about the fact that I made a point where I said we don't really need people to be happy, and I didn't know if my point was very clear to people. So I started debating it in my head, and then I decided, okay, let me make a follow-up video maybe to explain myself so that people will understand that we make decisions based on our fears, love, hatred, and a whole lot of emotions. That's how we make our decisions. And your superpower is how you can be able to separate your emotions from people and from things, because we are emotional beings. So we'll go further into this in the solution part, but then I just want you to know the overview or the reason why I decided to make this video, just to make you understand, to make my point clear that you don't have to say that you don't need people in your life or you don't need things in your life, but at the end of the day, we don't need to attach our emotions to people or to results from people and things. People are going to act positive to us. How are we going to respond to that positivity that's going to come? Are we going to feel proud and not progress, or are we going to feel like people didn't support us, so we are going to also shut ourselves down and not grow? Our ability to identify that we have emotions and that controls a lot of things in our lives, and how we can separate ourselves from this emotion, that is really a superpower that we all need to build. And that's my point. That's what I'm trying to preach all this while. We are emotional beings and we need to be aware of this and know how we can control it. Alright friends, I hope you got value from this video. If you did, let me know in the comment section what you think. If you don't understand what I'm trying to prove or you don't agree with me, just let me know and let's discuss it in the comment section. And next week I'm going to discuss the solution part of this topic. And have fun and have a wonderful day.